The sheet of paper basically says, if you die, it ain't on us. I have quit my job. I wanted to pursue my dream of being an entrepreneur, but first I need to travel. So I quit my job and I'm in Costa Rica and I'm having the time of my life. I contact two of my friends and I say, look, I'm in Costa Rica. It's awesome over here. You should come. So they decided that they're going to come visit me one weekend. Before that, I was doing like all type of tours and all these things, zip lining, everything. They see the pictures and they're like, I want in. I definitely want to come experience that. So they get there, but instead of coordinating and arriving at the same time, one comes on Wednesday and leaves on Sunday, and the other one arrives on Friday and then leaves on Tuesday. So the first one that came on Wednesday, I carried him around, showed him a couple of things, and then my other friend came Friday night. So as soon as he got there, he said, look, we're going out. It's only one weekend we have, so we're going out. So he puts his bags down and then we go out. We go out to the club. Have an absolute ball. Like, Costa Rica is one of the best countries ever. So we go out and literally spend all night. So we get back between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. in the morning. And we actually get back different. We came back separately. And once we got back now, so one of my friends said, look, yes, it's nice to go to the club and whatnot, but I want to be able to do something because I saw all these awesome pictures of you zip lining and touring all these things, and I want to do something. I want to do some type of activity. So he's searching around, and I said, look, I can't carry you zip lining because it's too far. It's several hours. You have to go up the mountain. We'd have to rent a car. Like the logistics of it is just too much of a challenge. And there's no way I can do that. So we need to try and find something that's a little bit closer. So he searches online and he sees an area where you can do bungee jumping. And so he says, all right, bungee jumping. Now, to add context to this, they came and visited during the rainy season. And in Costa Rica, it rains every day during the rainy season. Not every other day or every fourth day. It literally rains every day. And so we're there, and the rain usually starts at around 12:30 in the day, and then it ends at around 6 or 7 in the night. So whatever you need to do, you have to do it either before midday or at night. So we're there, and he's searching around, and he finds a place that does bungee jumping. So you're like, yeah, I want to do bungee jumping. The other guy says, yeah, he'll do it. I said, look, hell no, I ain't doing no bungee jumping. You got to be out of your mind. But I will carry you guys there. I didn't have a car, so we ended up taking a taxi. So I'll go with you, take you guys to bungee jumping. You can have fun, and then we go back. Now, remember, we got home between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. The bungee jumping place was between 30 and 45 minutes away from where we were. You add in the taxi, and then the time to get there, do the bungee jumping, and then the time to come back, because you have to do all this before the rain starts. So we got home the night before, all hungover, and we thought it was a good idea, or they thought it was a good idea to go bungee jumping when they're hungover and pretty much drunk. So the entire ride there, they're saying to me, yo, we alone can't do the bungee jumping. You need to join us. You need to join us. And I'm not even taking them on. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I go through, and we finally get to the location, and I don't remember. I think it's like Naranjo or Navarro or something with an N. But it's like, like I said, 45 minutes outside of San Jose in Costa Rica. We get there, come out of the taxi, and it's a bridge. And below the bridge is a couple hundred meters above the river line. And there's a little stream. It's like an inch or 2 inches deep. And then there's a bunch of rocks, including a huge boulder at the bottom right below where you actually do the bungee jumping. So pretty much, if anything happens, there's no water underneath it to where you can psychologically say, yeah, I can just, I'll hit the water and I'll be okay. No, you're going to hit into a boulder. So we get out, and we're on the bridge, and there are two little kids there, and they're just looking up and smiling. And I just remember it vividly. We start to walk across the bridge to get to the middle where they're actually doing the stuff. And as soon as you enter the bridge, they greet you and they hand you a sheet of paper. The sheet of paper basically says, if you die, it ain't on us, right? It's not our fault. Which, had me a little bit, hesitant at first. But by this time, my friends had convinced me, hey, you know what? Come on, let's do this together. This could be a really good experience. So I'm laughing, I'm jovial, I'm happy. We get there, we draw straws to see who is going to actually go first. So my friend decided to go first. I go in the middle, and then my other friend goes last. Guy who is first, they strap him up, explain how everything works and, the cords and blah, 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 and where it's connected and all that. And, myself and my other friend, we're just laughing and jovial. He stands up and he goes, and the guide says to them, and the last thing the guy says, look, when you go to jump, you want to walk to the edge and jump. Don't hesitate. Don't stop. Don't pause. If you do that, you're going to be in problems. So just go and jump. So he goes to the end, and obviously, he just pauses and hesitates. And, he's just there going back and forth, going back and forth. So he says to me, look, tell my sister that, what to do with the house, and, I love her, and, all of these things. And we're like, come on, you're just being ridiculous, man. Just do it. He's like, all right, give me a countdown. So we go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He goes to jump, changes his mind. So by now, a crowd has gathered along the bridge looking at this guy trying, out there ready to jump. So he says, no, I'm going to do it for real this time. And he says, give me a countdown. I would go again, 10, 9, but this time the entire crowd has joined in. 9, 8, 7, 6. He goes to jump, doesn't jump. So everybody's just laughing and everything. So the third time, I said, look, man, I'm done. You're joking out this thing. He's like, no, I'm going to do it. Give me a countdown. I'm going to do it now for real. So we go again. 5, 4, 3, 2. He steps up, leans forward, and at the last minute, he decides that he wants to change his mind, but he has leaned too far forward. So in doing so, you can see him trying to pull back, but it's too late. This train has left the station, so he goes over and, bounces up and down, up and down, up and down, and he's there, and they pull him back up, and now it's my turn, right? So I'm just bowled over laughing. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen, but now it's my turn. So the guy comes, I sit down, and they start to strap me up, put on the thing on my belt and everything on my legs, and he starts to explain the safety procedures, safety procedures that incidentally I didn't hear because, it wasn't my time. I wasn't paying attention, but now I'm like focused, laser focused. And he's going through and telling me about the backup cord and everything. And then he says the same thing. All right, when you get up, you go to the edge and you just jump. Okay, don't hesitate, blah, blah, blah. All right, cool. I go to get up, and my legs are noodles. Like, my legs can't support my weight. So I sit right back. I sit right back down, and I'm just like, oh, shit. Tell my sister that tell my parents, tell my sister, here's what to do in my car, my house, blah, blah. So I get back up now, and I go to the edge, and I say, okay, I'm going to do it. I go to the edge, I look down, I'm just like, all I see is this massive boulder right below where I'm about to jump. And I'm like, hell no. So they're like, don't be a wuss, don't be a wuss. All right, cool. I go, hesitate, back and forth, and then finally I jump, right? It didn't take as long as this guy. I didn't want the entire crowd laughing and all that stuff. So I didn't do that. But, I definitely hesitated the first time, and then I jumped. They put me back up. When you jump down and you're going down, that's not the worst part though. Because initially it's almost like your brain just freezes up, like you're just trying to catch your bearings. And then once you reach the bottom and you spring back up, you're going up, and then you pause. And then that's the worst part, because the first time you didn't know what to expect. When you pause, it's like, oh crap, I have to do that again. And then you go back down, and then you keep bouncing up and down until you stop. And then they pull me back up, and I'm just like, all right, I'm alive, I'm in one piece, I'm okay. The third guy, he's supposed to do it. They're strapping him up, doing everything. And, me and my other friend, we're now laughing, we're jovial because, hey, we've done it before. And we can't wait for this guy to just, pussyfoot everything and do the same thing basically that we did. And they strap him up. He gets up. He walks to the edge and just goes. Like he just does a swan dive right off the edge. And we're just like, you know what? When we edit this video, let's do it so that it looks like we all did we all did that. And so, you know, he did his jump, pulled him back up. We got there, we left, went back in the cab, went back to the hotel so we could get back before the rain started. So that's how you end up doing drunk bungee jumping in Costa Rica.